there she is on the first road trip. There's where the mileage is right now. I'm also going to be adding the Lorenzo fuel additive, and we're going to see what that mileage comes up to. So 16.8, that's been an average of city and highway over the last 40 miles. So let's see what she does. Well, here we are down in New Mexico at the mother-in-law's place. It's been raining, and getting in and out of here can be pretty treacherous. Rained all day yesterday. We still got standing mud all over. Road out today is going to be a little bit better than yesterday, but as you can see, she got a little bit of mud on her. But she did great. Have no complaints at all. Hope we hit some rain on the way home so we can let Mother Nature help wash the truck off. But yeah, I'll show you guys some fuel mileage clips as we get going back home. She's doing pretty good. There's a little update on the fuel mileage, and we've got 1,241 miles on her so far. Heading back to Salt Lake. So after I get back, I'll give you guys some more videos, some updates, and all that good stuff. So I took some footage of the truck right after I bought it, right before we took it down to New Mexico, and a little bit of footage while we were down in New Mexico. I'm going to give you a little update. We've got about 2,069 miles on her. Let me flip around. I'm going to show you. We're going to talk about this for a minute. Yep, 2,069 miles. So let's get into this thing for a minute. Show you another thing. See the depth gauge right there? That is exactly where it was when I bought the truck. I have added 2.5 gallons of depth, and that's all the depth that I've gone through in 2,000 miles, just 2.5 gallons. I have been running the Lorenzo fuel treatment since day one. That's making a difference. Mileage on it on highway with, city and everything else, we're sitting right there at about 18.3 miles per gallon. I'm pretty amazed. Straight city, she's sitting right around 15.9. Again, it's better than my half ton. It's better than my gasser. And this thing's going to get way better performance and mileage while I'm towing my camper. Some of you have seen it. It's not small. It's definitely not the biggest, but it's also not small. So let's flip around from my ugly mug and let you look at this beautiful thing while we'll talk some more here. So while we're walking around, I'll just talk about the truck. It is comfortable. I cannot express to you guys how much I love the way the 8-speed shifts. We'll find out here soon enough when I do put a load on it and start pulling, but I can only imagine how good this thing is going to pull, especially with that 8-speed. The new Cummins were at 430 horse, 1,075 foot-pounds of torque. It's pretty impressive by all standards. Yeah, I know you Ford guys are out there going, hey, we got you beat. Yeah, you might not be as comfortable either, and you might have to have a tow truck follow you wherever you go. Let's get away from that. Again, comfort, mega cab. Took my daughters with me when we went down to New Mexico. They were comfortable the whole way. Those seats are not uncomfortable. She is quiet also. It's another huge bonus about this thing going down the highway. She is really quiet. You can get really comfortable driving this truck on a road trip. Hopefully here in the next couple weeks, I'll be taking this thing out to Southern California. Got some people I got to go see at the Banks place. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I wanted to get this part out so I could stitch it with those older videos, get them off to you guys so that you have something more to watch about the truck. Again, extremely happy with the way this thing performs with the 8-speed. Now, I've had a lot of people who have criticized my decision to not just rush out and change the oil. And I have a feeling that is coming from a lot of the people out there who have had bad experiences or stuck back in the 80s. I don't care. You know what? You buy your truck, you do you, I will do me. No, I'm not going to rush out right here at 1,000 miles, make sure that I get an oil change done, because you know what? It's under warranty. I don't care. I don't plan on keeping this truck past 100,000 anyway. We'll just see where that goes. But it's my decision. You have your decision. You do with whatever you want to do. But don't criticize me for mine. I don't sit there and comment back to you and criticize you on your decisions to do whatever you want to. And for those of you who think that you can do an oil change on one of these for $59.95, man, you've been smoking some crack, because you can't even buy the filter for that, right? You can't buy the oil, you can't buy the filter, and if you take it to a place, they're going to charge you way more than that anyway. So let's move on from that, okay? I don't want to sit here and waste too much time complaining about the comments, because, you know, I do like comments, and I do try and watch every one of the comments. But let me tell you what's coming up for the truck. There's still not a whole lot of aftermarket upgrades. Now, we've got some lipstick that we could put on it, and we have been. You've seen the hitch, you've seen the juggernauts. We've also got a couple other things I'm not going to mention yet until they're on the truck and I can showcase that for you. But they're just product review videos. I love doing the product reviews, especially when I get free stuff out of it. And while I'm getting the free stuff, I'm also trying to negotiate on your guys' half to where you get discounts on that stuff. And I get commissions, but some of it I don't. It's just product for video. Anyway, it gets the word out there to you. Again, American made. And don't comment to me about my VIN number not starting with a 1 and blah, 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 because to be honest with you, even if your VIN number starts with a 1, 85–90% of this truck has been manufactured overseas somewhere. Final assembly is done in the country of origin based on the VIN. Number 1 being America, number 2 being Canada, number 3 being Mexico. So it doesn't matter what that number is, your truck was still manufactured somewhere else, overseas. We can only do what we can do. I can't buy a truck that does what it does here in the United States, manufactured here in the United States for Americans, by Americans, 100%. Just doesn't happen, doesn't exist. That's like a unicorn, right? Alrighty, guys, we're getting the windshield tinted today on the new girl here. We're going to do 50% on the inside of the windshield with 5% across the top. Keep the sun off of us. Keep the UV rays out from inside of the vehicle. Help protect dashboard and all the good components up there for a very long time. Plus, keeps it cooler in the vehicle in the summertime. So we're going to do a couple little videos between here and there, and we'll let you know how she turns out. Alrighty, guys, so we finally got the tint all done. I'm going to flip this around and show you. It took so long because the original windshield in the truck got damaged in transport and was cracked, and we had to order another windshield in. That windshield came in shattered, so we had to order another one. Anyway, we finally got the windshield thing taken care of, and now all of the tint is done. I just got done getting the front windshield tinted. I did a 75% across the whole, sorry, no, I did not do a 75. I did a 50% across the whole windshield and then 5% across the top. The side windows, just the front two, I did a 25%, and I did all ceramic tint. That way we can keep the UV rays out from inside of the truck so that all of the components, dash, all that stuff doesn't degrade, but also because my wife has a sensitivity to UV rays, and we're going to do our best to keep all of that off of her. So I'm going to flip this around and we're going to show you the tint, and then I'm going to give you a little bit of information on it. All right, hold on just a sec. So here is looking through the side windows. It is a 25%. And then of course on the inside, I'm going to try and get on this side over here where there's no tint, and then over here there is tint. That way you can see what it's going to kind of give you. And that is only a 50%, so it's not too bad at all. And then of course we did the 5% across the top. I didn't want to come down any lower than that because it would be right in the middle of my view, my vision view, and that wouldn't look so good at all anyway. And there is the other side. And there's a back window for comparison on what the back and the front look like with each other. So 25% matches pretty darn close to what the factory is on the back ones. Now, you guys are going to wonder, how much is this going to cost me? Well, you got to call and get a price on that. I work for Larry H. Miller Dodge Ram Jeep and Sandy. Many of you know this. We have our own collision department, and that's who I had do all of my tint. So if you're wanting to get any tint work done, they also do PPF. We also did today, we did the door edges. I know it's really hard to see it, and that's a good thing. You don't want to see this stuff on there. But we also did the pockets where you tend to scratch with your fingers when you're opening and closing your doors. So we did all 4 door handles. if you can see up in there, and then all 4 door edges as well. They did a really good job on all of it. I have absolutely no complaints. There's no bubbles, there's no hairs, there's no scratches, there's no nothing. Again, some more of the door edging and then the handles on the back side. So turned out really good. It is not so dark that you can't see in or out. Anyway, back to the contact. So Larry H. Miller Dodge Ram Jeep Collision, and that is in Sandy, Utah. Your direct phone number is 801-553-5591. Main is 801-553-5580. And I will include that in the description. So if anybody wants to inquire about getting any PPF or window tint done, that's who you're going to go through. Here it is sitting down inside the truck. It is a pretty decent day outside. There is not a lot of cloud cover. We're also not facing the sun right here. But there's what she looks like. It's definitely going to cut down on the UV rays coming in the truck. So, and in the summertime, it's really going to cut down on the heat. I noticed when we did the Lexus, you can go out when it's 100 degrees outside, and the temperature inside is nowhere near as hot as it would be with traditional tint or without any tint at all. At any rate, there she is. This is going to include in the update that I did the other day, and I'm going to stitch all of this together and release that video for you, which is starting off from right after I bought it, and then we did a 2,000 mile little quick update, and now I'm going to add this into that video so that you guys got something to watch, of course. So I want to thank you again for watching and subscribing and all of that good stuff. We have some exciting stuff coming up here pretty soon. I don't want to get into any details on what that is, but it's gonna start looking better. The knee is doing really good, and I can expect to hopefully be back to work here in the next couple weeks. We'll see. I have a doctor's appointment next week, so we'll find out from there. They might just release me light duty. I'm hoping I can go back full duty and just take it easy, but we'll see. Anyway, I get this off to you guys. Check in the description. I'm gonna have the contact information for if you want to get any tint or PPF done. I'm also going to throw in there a whole bunch of discount codes from all of the different things that I've been endorsing, and save you a little bit of money. Christmas is still coming. Black Friday's come and gone, but Christmas is still coming, so have a chance to save a few more dollars before Christmas time comes. Anyway, get that stuff ordered so you have it to open up underneath the tree. We'll talk to y'all later. Peace.